What's up guys, I just want to quickly talk about from my last video what I had projected, what ended up happening, and where the market is going from here. So let's jump right into it. So basically in my last video I was talking about, you see this red rectangle here, this was our all-time highs. I'm looking at SPY, which is the S&P 500, and as you can see we reached all-time highs and we kept rejecting at that red rectangle. Well, Jay Powell had an FOMC meeting and he basically was very dovish, aka bullish, on inflation and saying that rates are most likely still going to be cut. So that means that it's a good sign for the economy. Economy's thriving, even though most people I know cannot afford groceries right now. You know, whatever, they have their numbers. So inflation is easing and the economy is improving. So with that recent news, we actually did break above this red rectangle and SPY ended up flying. We have a new high now of 524. So at this point I did call out puts in my Discord group. Our first entry was, let me just go into the 5-minute chart. Our first entry was here at around 521.35 because I saw that we were breaking the pre-market low and I wanted more downside continuation. Then as we peaked up, not, you know, going back to all-time highs, but peaking up a little bit significantly, I entered another put position, aka I averaged down here, and I called this out in my Discord group as well, as you can see right there on the screen. And currently, as you can see, the market did sell off at the end of the day, so we're up a small amount on this position, which is awesome. Let's also talk about Apple, because while they did rally with the recent market news as to inflation easing and everything like that, we did hit a peak of 178. Now the Department of Justice is suing Apple for being a monopoly, as well as more antitrust you know, dealings going on. So that tanked Apple, which in turn has an effect on SPY. Since Apple has a very large market cap in SPY, it is going to help bring things down just a little bit. So Apple, I mean, it depends what happens with this lawsuit, but you know, if it goes worse, we'll see it keep going down. And if they do well and they kind of you know, shrug things off, then we'll see a rise back up to 180, I want to say, and this usual range of 181 to 183. So going to the 4-hour chart, as you can see, Apple is pretty low right now compared to where it usually hangs out at. So I think we do have more room up, but if this negative news keeps coming out, Apple's going to keep getting beat down. So let's now take a look at Nvidia. Again, in my previous video, I did talk about a potential wedge triangle where we were consolidating here in the middle, and then we would break up either down or up depending on a catalyst. That catalyst was the FOMC meeting, which again was a bullish catalyst for the entire market, and Nvidia ended up shooting up after that. So while it could have gone either direction, we did have a positive catalyst that brought us up above 900 again, and we broke out. So I think Nvidia has a potential to go to close to 1,000 again, right? This is the high point of Nvidia so far that we've seen. Analysts have upgraded the price target to 1,200. So depending on, you know, your philosophy, maybe we'll see 1,200, right? You know, who's to say? But at the moment we are on an uptrend and we have broken out of consolidation recently due to the macro news in the economy and the stock market. These are the things that I talked about in my previous video last week. If you didn't get a chance to watch it, please check it out. But I did say that we were consolidating and we're going to break out in either direction. As far as Apple goes, I did say that we were, low and we were due a little bit more of a bounce, which we did get up to 178, almost 179. The bad news that came out brought us back down, which obviously I couldn't have anticipated that they were going to have a federal court case, but that did end up happening. And then as far as SPY, while I did say we had a ton of resistance here at this red rectangle, and we did take a small loss on this day after we broke above the high of the day, I exited my put position and we did break above this resistance level. So now this new resistance level will become support. So we're likely to come down and bounce off of this 518 level, since broken resistance becomes support. But if we can get below this red rectangle, we'll be back in our old range, which is anywhere between 518 to 508. But for right now, we will be establishing a new range, which is between 518 and 524. So we're likely to see SPY bouncing up and down in between that channel of parallel lines between 518 and 524. So let's see what happens going forward with the economy. Again, I am taking long-term puts on SPY. That is my current active position, and I did call that out in the Discord group as well. So definitely, if you have any interest in trading with me, please definitely take a look at the Discord group. The link is in the bio. And yeah, if you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate that. And consider subscribing to the channel for more content like this. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the analysis, and I will see you all next time.